Hello, this is John with Tadlock Roofing. I'm at Auto Owners Insurance Company over here on Summit Lake Drive in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm on the roof right now. As you can see, this is the front entrance here, and the wall is the perimeter of the roof. So the only thing I'm seeing on this roof that's really catching my eye and may become a problem for you guys, if it's not already, it definitely is already in a couple places, but it's just going to continue to get worse. Because as you can see, I'm facing south right now, and sun's right here. It's about not even 10 o'clock. So from about 9 o'clock on, this entire roof is getting absolutely pounded by the sun day in and day out. And this single ply membrane is holding up very well. You know, it's a light color, so it's very reflective. But what I'm concerned about is, you can see these little patches. The majority of them are along the perimeter. We've already addressed all the ones down at the bottom. And our main reason for doing that was that this has a gradual pitch going this way, okay? So between the sun and all the collection of water, by the time it gets down there, those patches were beginning to separate, and we're probably letting water into the insulation boards that are below this single ply surface. You've got the single ply surface, insulation boards, which are literally like a sponge, and then the decking, which I believe is a metal deck. So here's my concern. Again, it's the same thing that went on last time, but I'm starting to see the same deals up here. As you can see, this is a patch right here, okay? This is another little patch. There are some air bubbles in there, which is not a big deal. We could absolutely cut those out and reseal this thing back down and coat it over. First of all, whatever material was used for this patching is not the same as this. I want to say this is probably a PVC membrane, and this is more like a Duralast or a woven type membrane. This is wearing out at a much quicker rate than this is. And these were also, this material is welded together. This material looks like it was maybe heated down and stuck down and then sealed around the perimeter with a type of caulk or adhesive. But what you see right here is that this is literally a large crack, okay? And that's from the sun. And it almost looks like it is ants. Ants are starting to get inside of these. And possibly down onto the interior, you know, down into the insulation board underneath, and ultimately into the building. But, and there's another one right there. It's a large crack popping up right there. So these things, it's not going to be long before these are completely disintegrated by the sun. And I think I checked that one. It was pretty good. It's beginning to weather very much as well. But it's only going to be a matter of time before all these things start wearing out and allowing water to get down into the insulation board. Yep, see, that was doing the same thing. It's a large crack starting to form right there. And once that crack gets underneath this lip right here, water will absolutely wick up under there. So that's the only concern that I'm seeing right now. It definitely needs to be coated to eliminate any further wear, but also to sunscreen it. There's another one there. And you can see that I can literally lift that up and stick my finger right in there. So if I can do that, water's definitely getting up under there. It's starting to crack there as well. So that's going to be common all the way across. Same thing there. You see that crack right there? And then the same thing here is starting to crack. It's not quite all the way through, but by the end of this summer, it's going to be pretty bad. Yeah, it's common all the way across. A large crack right there. And that one's actually open too. I could stick my finger in that hole. Same thing here. You know, if it was all like that, which even that's starting to go, but that's solid, and then you get here and that's just cracked. There's nothing stopping water from getting under there. So we need to use a silicone base fluid applied to put a solid cover over this whole deal that will absolutely hold up in the sun, is made to hold up in the sun and hold up in ponding water. I would absolutely recommend encompassing all of these patches again before they're too far gone, because once they're too far gone, you're looking at a pretty big deal at that point. And if we can go ahead and get these addressed before they're disintegrated into nothing, we can absolutely stop what's going on as far as the deterioration process and allowing water in. So these right here, same thing. I would recommend the same thing on these. You can see that this material, you can almost see the woven part of it, whereas this is solid, just like the rest of the roof. So again, I believe this is a PVC type membrane, whereas this is something different and is absolutely not going to hold up near as long as the rest of the roof. So we can get you guys something put together to encompass covering the perimeter, and also I would put a light coat all the way across this just to ensure that this doesn't burn up as well, because I'm pretty confident it's going to long before this PVC material does. So anywhere you have these type of patches and this type of sealant on the perimeter, it needs to be addressed. Yep, there you go right there. You can even see the water pouring out of it and hear it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along to you, as well as a certified inspection report. See, that's not gonna do anything. The sun will eat that type of material up in no time. I'll go ahead and pass this along to you guys and get your take on it and see if you guys want to move forward with a repair to encompass doing all these things. All right, thank you so much for your time.